Peace, what up? This is Panic from Ill Vibe Collective. I'm going to show you how to calculate BPM. We're going to use 3 different methods. We're going to use a stopwatch and calculate it by the minute, and then we're also going to use a computer program that's downloadable for free, and we're also going to use a sampler which has like a BPM tap on it. So 3 different methods. Here we go. All right, what up? First method we're going to use is using the stopwatch to count, and we're actually going to count how many beats are in 30 seconds. We could do a whole minute, but we'll keep it simple and just do 30 seconds, and then when we're done, we just multiply it by 2, and you get however many beats were in that particular minute. So, first thing I'm going to do is get my trusty dollar store stopwatch. You don't need anything crazy, it just needs to count to 30, and you got to stop it and start it. So, first thing I'm going to do is cue up the record to the first beat, and then I'm going to sync the stopwatch when I let the record go. And then as I do it, I'm going to mark on this notebook every time I count 1 bar. And then when I go after I count the bars, I'm going to multiply those by 4 because there's 4 beats in every bar. So once I have that number, then all I have to do is multiply it by 2, and that gives me the minute because I'm only calculating 30 seconds just for the sake of time. And then we get our BPM. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 marks, but this last one was actually a half. So that's what I got in 30 seconds time. So what I'm going to do is take that number. I'm just going to do actually 11. So it's actually 4 times 11. That's going to give me 44. When I multiply, because there's 4 beats in each one of those bars. And then I had a half a bar, so I'm just going to add 2 beats to that, which will give me 46. And then since I'm 30 seconds, which is half the time of 1 minute, I'm going to multiply that by 2, and I'll get 92. So there's 92 beats per minute in that track. Cool. Alright, next thing I'm going to show is how to calculate electronically. This is more of a sure way to actually get the BPM you need, and it's quicker. So we just wanted to show you the traditional way first, just so you understand it from a, from a very simple, like, mathematical breakdown of how it can be done. So what we have is a little program called Aquanome. You can get it as a free download. Just Google it and you'll be able to find it. And all it does is give you a little tap button, and you just tap along to whatever you're listening to anywhere, and it'll give you the BPM after a couple taps. So I'm going to do that for you right now. Alright, I'm going to show you how to use Aquanome. I'm going to just play the record, and Stack's going to come over and tap the BPM for us.
Cool, I'm ready to tap that.
Alright, so looks like we're right. Our tempo comes in at 92 right here. This program is pretty simple. All you have to do is put the mouse right on that little square, tap away as you're listening, and it calculates it for you. Next thing I'm going to show is how to calculate the BPM using an actual device, not the computer, and not using a stopwatch to calculate real time. I have a Dr. Sample mini sampler that has a BPM counter on it, so I'm just going to tap in the BPM that way, and you'll see we'll get the same results for what we've calculated already. All right. All right, so if you look at the sampler here, obviously all the buttons are used for sampling and triggering things, but we're just going to look at the number that's going to come up right here when I use this tap function, and that's going to calculate, what our BPM is. All right, here we go. All right, so you see it goes back and forth between 90, 91, 92, 93. It jumps around a little bit, but generally, it keeps falling back to 92. And since we calculated it other ways, we know that it is 92 for sure. So this isn't the quickest, and it's definitely the quickest way to calculate BPM, actually, but it's not the most sure because it does sway a little bit. But, if you're within one beat, and you're doing it for the sake of keeping track of your records, it's pretty good.